Technology, it's a hell of a thing. It's brought us life-saving advancements in medicine, instant communication across continents, and cat videos. So many cat videos. But like a teenager with a learner's permit, it comes with its fair share of fender benders. As technology advances, so does its potential for misuse, blurring the lines between innovation and intrusion. We've entered an age where our thoughts, feelings, and even our bodies are vulnerable to manipulation from afar. This is the double-edged sword of technology, and unfortunately, some people are getting cut. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi flick, folks. We're talking about real-life implications of tech-enabled surveillance, data manipulation, and psychological manipulation. It's about governments and corporations wielding technology with unchecked power, encroaching on our privacy and trampling on our fundamental human rights. It's time to shine a light on this digital darkness, because the cost of silence is measured in human lives. We live in a world saturated with data. Every click, every swipe, every GPS location ping paints a disturbingly detailed picture of who we are, what we do, and what we think. This data is a goldmine for tech companies and governments alike, eager to predict and manipulate our behavior. Think about it. Your phone is basically a portable surveillance device. It knows where you are, who you talk to, what you buy on Amazon after too much tequila. It's enough to make a person want to live off the grid, or at least invest in a really good tinfoil hat. But the truly terrifying stuff goes beyond your smartphone. We're talking about technologies capable of remotely sensing your emotions, reading your brainwaves, even influencing your thoughts and actions. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the line between science fiction and reality is getting blurrier by the day. And while some of this technology has the potential for good, like treating neurological disorders, in the wrong hands it becomes a tool of oppression, a weapon against our autonomy. Now you might be thinking, don't we have laws to prevent this kind of thing? And the answer is, well, sort of. We've got the Fourth Amendment, which is supposed to protect us from unreasonable searches and seizures. We've got the USA Patriot Act, which, depending on who you ask, either keeps us safe from terrorism or allows the government to read your emails while you sleep. And we've got a whole slew of privacy laws like the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, ECPA, and the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. But here's the problem. These laws were written for a time before smartphones, facial recognition, and the Internet of Things. They're like trying to catch a cybercriminal with a butterfly net. They're slow, they're clunky, and they're failing to keep up with the rapid pace of technological advancement. The result? Our digital rights are being violated left, right, and center, and the laws meant to protect us are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Section 4. A Man Lost in the Machine, the Case of Montel, Alexander Bowman. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, this is all very unsettling, but do you have any actual examples of this happening? And the answer is, unfortunately, yes. Let me tell you about a man named Montel Alexander Bowman. Now, Montel's story is a complex one, and the details are still emerging, but it's a stark illustration of the potential human cost of unchecked technological power. Montel claims that for the past 40 years he's been subjected to relentless technological intrusions, violating his body, his mind, and his basic human rights. He alleges that this technology allows others to access his thoughts, his feelings, even his physical sensations, manipulating him from afar. He claims he can perceive other people's thoughts, feelings, and visuals through this technology, and that millions of Americans react to him through it. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like something straight out of the Matrix, but whether you believe Montel's story or not, it raises some deeply troubling questions about the state of technology and its potential for abuse. If true, his case represents a chilling violation of human rights, a stark warning about the dangers of unchecked technological power. Section 5, safeguarding humanity in a world of ones and zeros. So where do we go from here? How do we protect ourselves in a world where technology is evolving faster than our ability to regulate it? Well, for starters, we need to update those dusty old privacy laws. We need legislation that recognizes the unique challenges of the digital age, laws with teeth that can actually hold tech companies and governments accountable for their actions. We also need to start having some serious conversations about the ethical implications of emerging technologies. And finally, we need to remember that technology is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. It's up to us, the users, the citizens, to demand that technology is used responsibly, ethically, and in a way that upholds our fundamental human rights. Because if we don't, we risk creating a world where our thoughts, our feelings, and even our bodies are no longer our own. A world where the line between humanity and machine becomes terrifyingly blurred. And frankly, that's a future none of us want to download.